Okay, so the first of these exercises which will help with sciatica and also for if you very unfortunately have a ruptured disc. So I've got my right foot in front, knees above the foot, and then I'll tuck my toes to the back leg under. I'm in a lunge, and I'll just lift up for 5 counts. 4, 5, lower the knee, lift the knee again for 5, 4, 5, and a third time, 3, 4, 5, and lower. And then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So it's just going back to a kneeling position, placing the left foot forwards, the hands on the knees, and again I'm in the lunge, and I'm going to put the toes into the floor and lift the knee for 5 counts. Yeah, don't have to labour the point. Make sure you keep breathing. The breath is continuous. It's a big issue for many of us. Yeah, holding the breath, usually at a point of over focusing or worry or fear or something like that. So yeah, just to make sure you keep breathing in and out. All right, so that's the first pair of each side of these movements. Okay, so the second thing that you're going to do today, again, this is for sciatica, and this is for ruptured disc issues. I'm just going to come to your front, and it's a little bit different. Like there's different kind of cobra positions. But you're going to help with your hands and use your body to lift your chest up and press into your pubic bone. Yeah, so you get an arch really in the lower part of your back. And then here you're going to hold this for 10 breaths in and out. And they can be long. And easy. Through the nose, out through the mouth, as you like. Go in through the nose and out through the nose. And all the while just making sure you can feel that there's that pressure in the pelvis, in front of the hip joints, and that the pubic bone, above your genitals, is in contact with the floor. Okay, and so you 10 breaths, and you can rest a moment, and you actually repeat this 10 times. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to show you is a very simple, in yoga they call it the cat-cow, which describes the animal side of it. This is slightly different. It's a physiotherapy exercise, and you're going to hold the movement. So you're going to basically draw your belly in, round your back, and as you do that, your hips will go back and your head will go back a bit, and you're going to find a very round position for your back, and then hold this position for 10 breaths. And even after the first breath, perhaps you'll feel that some of the muscles around the shoulders, superficial muscles along the back of the rib cage, the thoracic spine, will soften and lengthen as you do this. And it's only the breathing that's really allowing this to happen. I say only the breathing. There's your structure, and as you breathe, provides a certain amount of movement. and lengthening. I could say it like that. It's lengthening, so you become more of a kind of C curve, right from the back of the top of the neck and the head, all the way down through the cervical spine, the spine of the neck, thoracic spine, the lumbar spine, all the way down to your tailbone. So 10 breaths like that, and followed by this where you release your belly, you come forward a little bit, the pelvis tilts, you lift your head, just to the extent you can. If you know, there's no forcing here at all. You'll feel this, whatever the condition of your back, the state of strain, you simply arch your back, your belly's free and loose and dropping down, and so you create this very nice arch right from the bottom of the spine through the lumbar spine. And again here, hold this position as you breathe out, in and out, fully 10 times. And then we're going to repeat that process. In fact, I'm just going to move on now, but you'll go back into rounding your back, sitting bones go back towards your heels somewhat, find that position and breathe in and out 10 times again, and into an arch. And you can do this, well, as many times as you like, but I'd say 5 times with your head down and your chest up, chest and your belly up, and 5 times with your head and pelvis in the air and your belly down. Okay, and then yeah, so next, the next one to do for this, you know, these terribly difficult things of having sciatica or ruptured disc, is to come onto your back and lie flat with your legs bent and interlace your fingers behind your head in a simple way, just what happens automatically. My right little finger's at the bottom, put my hands behind my head, I'm going to put my knees together and my head's on the floor on my hands, and I'm going to let my legs both go to the side, to the right, so where you can, that's reasonable, that's not causing pain. You may feel some of the tightness associated with that sciatica. I can feel that, the remnants of what I had 2 years ago. And again here, you breathe, simply allow the legs to be there and breathe in and out 10 times. If you want to feel a slightly different effect of this, you can drop the leg that's closest to the floor away from the one that's above, and that'll give you more contact on the outside of that leg, and you'll be able to feel that contact through the hip joint, up the side of the back to which your legs are turned. And all the while, as you continue to breathe in and out, noticing how you can give more weight to the floor with each breath and in each moment, so that it's a process of decompression and relaxation. And I think, to say it more clearly, it's like allowing your weight to drop into the floor. So any holding in the legs and the hips that's interfering with that, see how much you can give to the floor. Bring your legs back up and interlace your fingers the other way. So if one little finger's on the top, put the other little, underneath, then swap them over, re-interlace your fingers, put them behind your head, put your knees and feet together and take the legs over to the left, the other side now. And you can keep your legs together for some of the breathing. Feel where your contact is with the floor. At the shoulder on which you're leaning towards, what the pressure's like there. whether the shoulder on the side that your legs are moving away from can actually drop in to the floor and feel a firmer contact. And what about noticing where the outside of the hip joint on the leg that you're rolling onto, the whole side of the back, the space between the pelvis and the ribs as well. And you can also then just lower the leg that's closest to the floor away from the higher leg. See how much you can, with the breath and with the softening, allow that whole side of the leg and the knee, the hip, and through the pelvis and on up the side of the back, the side of the back and the side, right up to the shoulder and head. And with 10 breaths here, see how this changes the relationship of the back of yourself to the floor, so you can really soften. And then come back up. Yeah, and maybe just to move a little bit one side and the other, just to finish off. Roll to the side, come up to sitting. It should really make quite a good improvement in the difficulty you're experiencing with the sciatica.